Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another edition of Lisa Renee TV. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, of course, please hit the subscribe button if you like the video. Of course, go ahead and thumbs up the video. And don't forget to share the video. Share on all your social media networks, of course. So welcome back to my channel, you guys. Thanks for tuning in again. Of course, I do appreciate the love. So, this video is going to be my viewpoint and reaction to feelings on the Oscars. I don't know if you guys watched the Oscars. I'm sure a lot of you did. I hope so. I hope you definitely tuned in to the Oscars. It was hosted this year by Mr. Neil Patrick Harris. So it was a little different from last year's Ellen. I really enjoyed Ellen last year. So Neil just gave us a little bit of a different flavor. He was interesting. He was a different host, kind of quirky. He had his own little thing going there, like when he came out in his underwear. What's that about, right? But but yeah, it was lovely just the same. So I think he did a lovely job. I think the introduction was really nice. The song that he did was really cool and well put together. Especially when was that Jack Black, is that his name, when he jumped on stage and like interrupted the whole song, and the girl was like, "Get out, sit down." That was funny. Yeah, so that was real cool, and so kind of got us, revved up for the moment, for the big moments in the show, and get us revved up for the evening. Yep. So I watched it with my mom. Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to come in here and just kind of highlight just the parts of two particular events in the evening, and I know everybody's been talking about. That you all, before I even say anything, you already know the 2 points, the pivotal points in the evening that I definitely want to discuss. Out of the whole show, I think the whole show was great, but I think there were two points that I definitely want to talk about, and well, three. Okay, so the first one will be the song with, of course, John Legend and Common Glory for the movie Selma. And if you didn't see the movie Selma, I definitely suggest you go see it while it's still in the movie theater. It's not yet on DVD. I don't think it's on DVD yet, so definitely go see Selma. It's an excellent movie. The song was absolutely beautiful. I enjoyed the performance to the fullest. It got a standing ovation. It got everything it deserved. I mean, everybody was on their feet. I mean, I was filled with glory. Like just listen to glory, okay? I was like, yes, honey, give me life, okay? I was like, it was just really, excuse me, it was just very touching and wonderful how they, put it together. And John Legend's voice is just like amazing, and the beat, the sound, just everything is just so is very glorious, it just how everything is well put together. The meaning that the song conveyed, very strong. Has a lot of significant historical context in the song, of course. So I think the meaning really conveyed what the movie was, what the point, all the points in the movie, what the movie was trying to get across. I think the song really goes along with that very well. It's kind of coincides with that, and it just feels lovely. They kind of set the song up. The performance was really great because they kind of did it like they were standing on the bridge, but they kind of did it like they did in the movie when they were standing on that bridge. So I think it was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. So that was definitely one of the highlights of the night. That I would say I thoroughly enjoyed, one of the memorable moments from the show. So that was super duper awesome. So other two highlights I want to discuss was Graham Moore and Patricia Arquette's their speeches, their Oscar speeches. So Patricia Arquette, she talked about, of course, she won Best Supporting Actress for her work in Boyhood. And then Graham Moore, he won for Best Adapted Screenplay for The Imitation Game. Okay. So, with Graham Moore, he talked about his speech. Basically, it started off really cute how he thanked the Academy and thanked everybody who worked on the project, on the movie, and then he thanked Oprah. That was like awesome. I was like, oh cool. I was like, everybody thanks Oprah, right? Like, you got to thank Oprah. Like, come on now. Like, Oprah just presented you with your award. Like, what? And that's an honor too, to have Oprah. What, the Oprah? The O, like the O presented you with your award. What? I'd be so excited. I hope Oprah presents me with my Oscar one day. What? Woo, woo. That's right. Every time I watch the Oscar, I'm telling you, every time I watch the Oscar, I get all inspired. Like one day that is gonna be me. I'm gonna be the one winning the Oscar. Like I'm telling you, y'all gonna see me up there. Seriously, definitely, definitely, definitely. And remember, y'all when y'all watch this video and I said it. I told you. I told you. Yes, honey. I'm gonna be on that stage. You're like, I remember she said she was gonna be up there. Yes, honey. Yeah. So his speech really touched me. It was really short, sweet, to the point, but it really within that short time frame, had so much like heavy, deep feeling and meaning, and basically, he talked about when he was 16, he was suicidal. He almost killed himself, and he said because he felt like he was weird, he felt like he didn't fit in anywhere. And he said, to the girl out there, or the guy, whoever it is out there, who feels like, hey, oh my God, I should kill myself. I don't fit in. No one likes me. He's like, no, 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 you do fit in. Stay weird, stay different. No, you basically, you beautiful and you're wonderfully made. You beautiful, the way you are, and you shouldn't change. For anybody. Forget those people who are bullying you or telling you that you're not gonna make it, or you're not anybody. You should go kill yourself. You should disappear. Nobody wants you. Nobody needs you. Your presence is not doing anything or doing any good for anybody. That's not true. And don't believe that for a second. And I think, like, he really talk about transparency. That takes a lot of guts and courage to stand up in front of. I mean, especially accepting an Oscar, and he has to get up. He got on stage. I wonder what he went through in that moment. But he got on the stage and he took a deep breath and he just said, I was 16 and I want to kill myself. And I wasn't expecting him to say that. Nobody really, I think everybody was like, oh my God. You know, Everybody stood to their feet and gave him a standing ovation, and I was like, "Oh my God!" And I could so relate to him, like just looking at him and feeling vicariously through him the emotion he was feeling, and kind of feeling that place inside of him, that lonely, awkward, teenager who didn't fit in, who just didn't really like herself. Uh, didn't feel like she was needed. She was, loved enough. Didn't understand why she was not accepted by her peers. And for that reason alone, just felt like, okay, maybe I'm better off, not here, or, just not knowing what to do, and feeling helpless and hopeless, and kind of sinking down into that really dark place. Because, yeah, I felt suicidal feelings before, I've never attempted anything, I've never attempted at all, nothing like that, but yeah, I mean, I felt those feelings before, and just really just feeling hopeless and not knowing what to do, not understanding why am I constantly being picked on or talked about, or, kind of singled out, like there's something wrong with me, and made to feel that way, when I was in school, when I was younger. And those feelings, like, kind of transfer into when I become an adult, when I became an adult, because I found out I still had to deal with them, because they don't just go away. These feelings don't just go away because you become grown and you grow up. No, you just get a little older, but at the same time, you still have to kind of sit down with yourself and kind of deal with these feelings. Even if you have to go to counseling, or you have to do whatever you got to do, whatever it takes, you have to deal with these feelings at some point, so that they're not taking over your life and taking over your whole existence, and you got to live. The best thing you can do to get through that difficult period in your life, and to get over what was done to you, what was said to you, is to live. Choose to live, not die. Suicide is not the way. Choosing to live and live well, that will be the best revenge. Which I think Oprah said that. My mom told me Oprah said that. That is the best revenge you can have for a bully, for someone who makes your life live in hell, for somebody who tells you that you're weird and you're strange and you're crazy and you're stupid and you're ugly and you're this, that, and the third, and you need to die and you don't belong here. And no, you do belong here. because God put us all here for a reason. You're here for a reason. You do so with purpose, and your life does have a purpose. So no, no, you shouldn't kill yourself because one jackass or a few jackasses, don't like you, or they don't think you're cute, or they said you're fat, or you're too skinny, or whatever it was, you know. Why do you want to give them so much power over you? When they don't have power over themselves. Why do you want to give an asshole so much power? I'm just saying. And so I really was feeling what Graham was saying when he said, "Stay weird." And I said, "That's what I'm gonna do." He's like, "Stay weird, stay different." No, you stay how you are because you do fit in, and you will fit in one day. Basically, you're going to find your place, is what he was trying to say in so many words. You're going to find where you belong. Just hold on, hold on, hold on. And when you get that moment, you get your Oscar, you tell someone else the same thing. I think you have to keep encouraging each other to lift each other up, because you're being discouraged enough, so you have to try to lift each other up and be positive, and kind of be a force of light, in all the darkness. Amidst all the darkness, try to be a light if you can. So yeah. Try to let your light shine, for other people to see. So yeah. Exactly. Yeah, but anyway, so moving right along here. Well, I'm sorry, I got a little deep. I got on too. I got caught up, but it really meant a lot to me. I just could connect to it personally. So for me, that did it. For me, I was like, I am so here. I'm like, I'm with you on that one. I'm like, yes, Graham, it's me and you. I'm like, yes. Yes, okay. Seriously, like I totally know how that feels. Like really I do. So Patricia Arquette. So Patricia Arquette talked about she won. I don't know if I mentioned what she won. Yeah, she won Best Supporting Actress for her work in Boyhood. So Patricia Arquette, she talked about women's rights as far as the inequality with the wages that women are making in the workforce. Women are not making as much money as men, which is an issue that we women have known. Some men, a lot of men know too. We've been dealing with this for a while, right, ladies? We've known this for a good period of time. That this has been a constant issue. This is not new. And she just decided to vocalize it tonight during her Oscar, not tonight, last week, last Sunday night, during her Oscar acceptance speech, and I'm glad she did. I'm glad she decided to speak up. I said, well, it's about time somebody got up and spoke. And, what better time than doing the Oscars, Why not? Because so many millions of viewers are watching, so many millions of people are in the audience, well, hundreds of people in the audience. So why not get up and say, hey, look, I got this on my mind. And if you notice, I think that whole evening, it seemed like was a sounding board for social issues, which is kind of what people were saying the next day when people were discussing the Oscars throughout the media, different media outlets, that it became a sounding board for political, social injustices, and a lot of things that were on people's minds. Yeah, the nominees and the winners were getting up there like, look, I got an issue going on that's bothering me. We're gonna talk about racism, politics, social injustices. I mean, it was a lot of stuff, gender inequality. These things were highlighted throughout the evening. And I was glad that it was, because I think like that's a perfect platform for something like that. So I did a little research myself tonight, kind of looking at some different statistics online. Just I got a few numbers I want to toss at you, because I kind of want to look up this issue and kind of read a little bit more into it. So I looked on this site called IWPR, which stands for Institute for Women's Policy Research. So I will drop just a few numbers here. Okay, so it says in 2013, full-time female workers made only 78 cents for every $1 earned by men. I've heard that one before. That's a common statistic that's actually floating around a lot. And a gender wage gap of 22%. Women on average earn less than men in every single occupation, all according to IWPR.org. Now, if this change continues at this same slow pace, it'll take us until about 2058, the year 2058, for women to finally reach pay parity. Okay, so that's like another 44 years from now for us to finally catch up to them. I don't know about you, that's too damn long. Okay, I'm like, so it's gonna take us another like 4 decades and some change for us to finally, even up with the guys. I mean, like, really, ladies, is that what it's coming to? Like, does that sound cool to you? And I don't like it. I don't know about you. I ain't feeling that. So I looked on another site called Payscale, payscale.com. So payscale.com says most popular jobs for men pay more than popular jobs for women. Plus, women start having kids at age 30, and that's usually most college educated women start having kids at age 30. Um, and this is when both men and women experience a wage growth of 60%. Okay, so it's like just when you about to get your money up, you leave because you gotta go on maternity leave because you gotta run an oven. Okay, so what they're saying is like, sorry, like, oh, so you want, so, oh, you was about to use some more money, but you got pregnant. Sorry about that. And that's not acceptable to me. I feel like that sounds like BS. That sounds like some man-made BS right there, don't it? I'm like, so I can't get my cheddar, I can't get my money because I'm pregnant. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, we carry babies. We've been carrying babies since the dawn of time. Like, that's no excuse not to give a woman her just dues. Like, if I work as hard as you, pay up, like, pay me my money. Me having a baby doesn't have anything to do with you, especially if you was not in the room. Okay, when I made the baby, then you don't have nothing to do with that. Like, you need to pay me my money and just keep it moving. Like, you don't need to be coming to me talking about something. Well, you got pregnant or whatnot, you left the company, so I really don't know about that. No, I know that money is owed to me, and I'm not finna wait 44 years to get it. So that's my issue with this whole thing. It doesn't sound right. I don't like how it sounds. I mean, they set this up so that it always comes back to our ovaries. If you notice that, anytime men do something to us that they ain't supposed to do and they're in the wrong, it always comes back to us and our lady parts, our reproductive system. Well, if you hadn't been pregnant or if you hadn't been reproducing this, that, and the third, it's always going back to you being a woman. Or you have it on your period or whatever. It goes back to something that we can't control. I'm like, okay, like, we carry children, we bleed, all that kind of stuff. Like, these are things that God has, set us up for. I mean, this was set up for us. I mean, that's just how it is. But our menstruation, having babies has nothing to do with us working hard. We're just as capable and smart, and we get more college degrees, more likely to get college degrees than you guys are anyway. So get off of it. Okay, man, just pay me my money, all right? Pay me my 78 cents on the dollar that you owe me. You owe me. I better see it on my check, okay? On Friday, like, what is going on? Like, what's up here? How come we're not getting paid our just dues? Now, I picked up another term reading these sites, occupational segregation, which is like, meaning there are women who go into like male dominated fields like construction, for instance, and because there are women who like to weld. I work with an education company. I just talked to a woman recently, and she was like, I like to work with my hands, I love welding. And but how many women come to you? And I was like, oh, okay. And I'm like giving her props, and I'm like, I don't get a lot of females. I'm sitting here like, because I don't get a lot of females that like to weld and tell me they have a passion for welding. That's every so often that you get a female. I'm gonna be honest with you. Most of the women I talk to, they tell me, I'm like, so what field are you interested in? Oh, healthcare. I want to be a nurse. Nursing. Oh, I was thinking about teaching, counseling. I don't get a lot of females on the phone with me telling me, oh, Lisa, I was thinking about welding. I was thinking about maybe construction management, thinking about maybe engineering. Like, you get every so often a chick that wants to do that. A lot of girls don't want to be bothered with that. Every so often you get the ones that want to do the construction and the hardcore auto and all that kind of stuff. I've got a few girls who want to do auto, and I have one girl want to have her own auto shop and stuff. But that. That's neither here nor there. Like, it's like that's not that's not all the time. Like some girl, and I was like, I'm all for that. I'm not. I don't want you all to think. I know I said that's neither here nor there. I'm just being playful, but like I wasn't putting the girl down. Like I was actually all for it. I thought that was really cool. I told her I said that's really cool that you want to have your own auto shop because I don't really get a lot of females that say to me, I want to have my own auto shop. I usually hear it from a dude, telling me he wants to have his own auto shop. When she told me her dream was to have her own auto shop one day, I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, that's really nice, awesome, just to hear a woman say that. She's like, I know you don't hear a lot of women say that. I'm like, yeah, I don't, But I think I found her 3 schools too. I was proud to help her. I wanted to help her. I was like, I want to hear her. I want to really help her because I want to see her, prosper and grow. But yeah, I think it's a lot of craziness, to not want to, you know, pay a woman because the field is male dominated, and that's a huge issue for women when a woman takes a man's role in an occupation. Yeah, it's difficult for her to kind of get her. It's difficult for her to get her pay and also get respect because they're like, why are you even here? Like you are a woman. Why don't you go? I don't know, grade some papers or something. Be a teacher. Like why are you even here? Check my temperature, nurse, or something, like that. And like, well, why don't you be a nurse, sweetie? Like, well, what do you, I mean, you might break a nail. I mean, they kind of looking at you like sideways anyway and probably making remarks. And it's really hard for a woman to make her way through. They're like, what are you doing here? And it's always been a good old boys club. Even with my mom, on her job, she's, manager for a company, she's been in management, and it's like that even with them. Like she don't make as much money as the male managers, they doing the same exact thing, but what they just, yeah, they don't want to. They always pay the men more, or the men will act crazy, like they actually don't want to work with her. They'll try to schedule her at different times so they don't have to work with her. Just BS like that. But men, that's how they are. They have this narrow-minded mindset where they feel like I don't even bother with these women. I don't want to work with them. And I don't know. I'm like, you think because you better because you got something swinging between your legs. You think I ain't trying to be graphic, but I'm just being like real. Like I don't like that attitude, like that machismo. Like you just ooh okay. I'm like, do but you have guys like that, and I just really don't understand the logic behind the whole thing. I'm like, I'm just as capable as smart as you are. I went to school, I worked hard, I got my books, I got my my education, just like you did. So, and I have much skill as you. I train on this job just like you. What makes you think you're more qualified than I am? Simply because you a dude. You're a guy, I'm a girl, so you feel like automatically you should make a little bit more than me, and it's okay. But the men ain't out here fighting. Like, men ain't out here fighting for us to try to get no more, to try to get equal. Some of them care, some of them care less. Because they're like, look, we getting our checks. So they can care less about us making as much as them. They don't give a damn. They right with it. They like, no comment. They don't have nothing to say. They don't care. This is our fight, ladies. I feel like, I feel kind of hopeless. I'm trying to figure out what are some things that I can suggest that we could do, to try to make it better for us. And we've made significant strides over the past few decades. We've tried and tried and tried. The strides that we've made are women being able to say, "Hey, I want to have my own auto shop." That's a big thing. So we've made strides as far as women being able to work in male-dominated fields if they so choose to. So okay, yeah, we could work with them now as far as that, or do anything we want to do, but it's crazy. It's craziness. And then also another thing I was reading on the sites are in like in male and female dominated fields. Apparently, they don't pay as much as male dominated fields, so that could be an issue too. Something I was reading like that. I'm like, I don't know. It's all just numbers and BS is what it is. It's a lot of jumbled mess. You see, I'm rubbing my head now because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna explode. So I don't know. We gotta do something here. Write to Congress, do something to try to get a plan in motion of how we want to try to change this. I think we need to just keep fighting. You got to keep fighting because 44 years is too long to wait for a change. I don't know about you, but it ain't working, honey. Okay, but yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this off right now. because we definitely gonna find a solution tonight. You know, but thank you guys for listening. You guys definitely share this video. Comment below. I want to hear what you have to say. You know, especially my ladies. Like, what do you think about the whole inequality thing with the wages? Comment below. And my fellas too. I want to hear what you have to say. I mean, I'm not trying to beat you up, but like, I would love to hear you comment because you all try to stay away, y'all. I notice y'all don't like to say much about it, but say something, you know. But anyway, comment, share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and you know, hey, yeah. Anyway, but y'all have a good night. Bye.